This is a mass media production.
Hello, hello, Oswego Indians. It's me, Brian, your host for today's first episode of Tomahawk Action News, the place where you can see just what has been happening throughout the Oswego high school year. Today, I'd like to start on a high note, and that high note being the Oswego High School Band. Now, recently, the band has started doing halftime shows for our home football games. I'll put some video on that now for you to see. Incredible. Now I'll pass it over to our reporter Brian, who will go over a short interview with one of the band members, Miles Deeker. Okay, here we are with Miles.
Hello.
Yep. How does it feel to perform in front of a live audience during football games?
Well, at first, some students might be a little nervous, but I think once you get on the field and start playing, it just comes natural. And after you finish and the audience claps, and it really feels good.
All right. What does your practice routine look like leading up to a performance?
Well, I just make sure I'm hydrated, make sure my lips are, ready, and yeah.
All right. How do you think field marching enhances the overall atmosphere of the football game?
Well, I think when we're marching during halftime, it really hypes up the audience and the student section. Um, During halftime, yeah, people aren't, they're just eating, so it's something they could watch.
Good. All right. What advice would you give to new band members who are nervous about marching?
Well, I'd say just practice, make sure you know your piece, and once you get on the field, it'll all just come natural.
All right. That sounds good. Well, thank you, Miles, for this interview. And we'll bring it back to you, Brian. Thanks, Brian. Continuing on, we'll talk about Homecoming and Spirit Week. Now, Spirit Week was a very eventful week, with each day bringing a new theme and atmosphere to the school day. Now, every day was very special, but this all ultimately led up to Homecoming, which was last Friday. Now to an event that hasn't happened in over a few years, the Homecoming Parade. This was on the Homecoming Day, and involved nearly the entirety of school. Now I'll pass it off again to Brian, who will have a short interview with Mr. Struppel. Okay, we're here with Mr. Struppel, and now we're going to ask him a few questions here. So, what inspired you to bring back this parade after its hiatus?
Well, I wouldn't call it a hiatus, but definitely we did lose the parade a few years ago, but that's okay. We brought it back this year. I would say it was a combination of the community, people from the community asking, when are we going to bring it back? A lot of the teachers, they were really excited when we were not only just Oswego High School, but even the Knee-High and Service Valley teachers, principals were all excited that they heard it was coming back. And it's just a great thing for the kids to get out and show their enjoyment and school spirit to the community.
Yep. So about this parade, can you share a little bit about the history, why it was important to everyone in this community?
Well, I don't know how long the history of it was, but I know that years ago, I was actually doing my master's degree, and the principal at the time, I had to do a project, and we both agreed that, hey, let's do a parade. And we started that. That would have been about 2009. I'm not sure before that when they had done one, but for me, it started in 2009, and it just gradually we got a little bigger and bigger. And so hopefully this year, bringing it back, we kind of leave off or start where we left off.
All right, that's good. How did you involve the community in planning this parade?
Just downtown and just get the community involved. The Booster Club does a really good job. The flags they put out every week for home football games, and then everybody downtown. And I think the one thing we have to do is we go to the community so many times when it comes to fundraising and ask the school or ask the community to help the school out. I think this is our time to show our appreciation and go downtown and let the kids have show some excitement and how much we appreciate their involvement to the school.
All right, that's good. And lastly, do you plan on bringing anything else back from the school that hasn't been here for a while?
Well, I don't know about bringing anything back. How about let's keep moving forward? Let's maybe this parade we can get it bigger. I know that we try to make it involved into the Oswego Fest, which maybe next year keep that going. But as far as bringing things back, I don't know what we've lost, but we'll definitely keep moving forward with all the events. Just keep the kids involved, keep the community involved with everything we do here at the high school.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Streppel. That was our interview with Mr. Streppel. Okay, for the last bit, I hope everyone enjoyed the homecoming dance, and congratulations to the homecoming king and queen. This will be all for today's episode of Tomahawk Action News. Be sure to check out our other socials such as Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I'll see you all later for the next episode of Tomahawk Action News.